even if he wants to light the house on fire on my birthday, it's still, he's social, he's showing his emotions. "45 years and 1 day now on Earth."
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. I put it on Facebook yesterday that how the kids are like, "Hey, you're halfway to 90." Man, there's nothing that'll just hit you at the core of hearing numbers like that. When you're like, wait a minute, as fast as I lived it, as fast as it's gone by, it's going to go by just as fast again. It's just the same amount of time. Boom, 90. So probably not even here anymore. Like, you probably don't get that back, that second run that, you've already been here. Probably not.
It is weird. It is weird when you say it like that. You told the babysitter that yesterday, and she was dying laughing.
She actually cracked up in my face. She's like, "Happy birthday." I was like, "Oh, thanks. Halfway to 90." And she just freaking busted out laughing. And she's like, "Doesn't sound good when you put it like that." I'm like, "Well, thanks for the reminder."
That's funny.
But of course, she's what, 17?
Yes.
Yeah. So she's got 1,000 years left to live.
Yeah,
I should have said, you know crazy? What, Allie, you're halfway to 34. How do you feel about that?
But it's like when you break it down from 45 to 90. But like if somebody's like 33, you don't think of it like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I know. It's the round numbers. Right. But then I felt bad because I put that out on Facebook or Instagram or something, and people are like, "Well, I'm 50," and I'm like, "Oh, sorry." Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, they're like, "I'm halfway to 100."
You're definitely not getting the, like once you realize there's probably more time behind you than in front of you, then it's like, eat.
I know.
But then you just, enjoy it, right? Enjoy every second of it.
Just enjoy it. Did you enjoy your birthday?
Oh, yeah, it was a great birthday.
Good.
A little different than expected for a bunch of reasons. But, it was great. We had this plan, everybody, right? We're going to get up and, sit outside, have a cup of coffee, go do a beach walk. Kind of what we do a lot of the days. Oh, Melissa's got this thing in her head. We've been doing these little, we've been doing these little, day projects. Stuff just
every week.
Yeah, every week. Just finding something you can do, but something you can finish pretty much in that same day.
Right.
So that it's not like lingering projects where it's like, oh, you have to get up every day for 3 weeks and you're stressed out about finishing this, or this fell behind, or it's raining so you can't do that. We're like, now, what are these little day projects we can do? One of the things we came up with was building a bar outside by our pool. We spend a lot of time outside by our pool year round. I mean, we're out there 10 months a year pretty much.
Yep.
And there's like this structure out there that used to house a swing, and the swing's gone. It fell apart. We got rid of it, but the structure, the posts are still there. Like, what can we do with this? And we came up with the idea of, let's make a tiki bar. Hey, now that's amazing, right? That's using your resources. So yesterday morning, Melissa's like, "Oh, it's your birthday, and so let's go do our beach walk. But maybe after the beach walk, we go to like Home Depot and just sort of like, scope out the stuff we need." I'm like, okay. As the morning went on, she was like, "So, are you ready for the beach walk? Because we got to go to Home Depot." There were just these little hints, this little body language. In her mind, the gears were already turning, and I'm like, you know what? This beach walk isn't happening. None of anything else we had planned is happening. I already know. It's right to Home Depot, coming home, and we're building a bar. And we did.
How happy are you?
No, it was great. I told you, it's a meaningful birthday. People are going to go, "Oh, you built a bar and it's a meaningful birthday." Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a day project and we finished it. So I liked it.
I did not have that plan, but it worked out like that.
No, but the universe sort of took over. So we get to this stoplight, right? We make a right out of our neighborhood. And then the next right, the sign, the right says Gulf Beaches. So you make a right, you're on the Gulf Beaches, or you make a left and you head more towards Tampa, right?
Right.
Well, that's where the Home Depot is. It's making the left. So I get to the stoplight. She didn't know which way I was going to go.
And I didn't say anything.
Oh, no. But as I'm in the left lane, starting to veer left, the smile on her face gets bigger and bigger and bigger. She knew that she 86'd the beach walk, and we were getting right to work, and she loved it.
Oh, my goodness.
It was fun.
I was happy.
It looks good. We put pictures on. I think we put pictures on Facebook.
Yeah.
Instagram, somebody. You can go to dailyautism.com and link to our social pages there. It's not like what we wanted to get done is done. There's another side to do, so we'll handle that another day. But it's like just those little day projects, knocking them out and getting them done. It's pretty good.
It is good.
Yeah.
It's productive.
It's productive.
And they do take all day.
They do. It's but that's the point, right? Like it let me see. We probably spent 5 hours.
Yeah.
6 hours, I guess, if you count going to Home Depot. But then, so I go pick up the kids from school, and they're like, how's your birthday? I was like, oh, it's been really good. And Austin's like, what do you guys do? Did you go to the beach? Did you go to eat lunch somewhere? Usually we'll go have like lunch somewhere on my birthday or something.
Yeah.
I was like, no, we went to Home Depot. And she's like, that's it? I was like, yeah. She's like, well, that doesn't sound good. And I was like, well, we built a bar. Trey's like, you built a bar in our backyard? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, can we see it? And I'm like, well, it's in your backyard. You're going to see it. So then we go out for a little happy hour last night, just you and I. Come home, do like cake and ice cream with the kids. They're singing happy birthday. And then you can't just build a bar in your backyard and not go use it.
Heck yeah, man.
So we sat outside and had a couple cocktails at our bar.
Yep, and then this morning you had your coffee at the bar.
I went outside and had a coffee by the bar, yeah. It was pretty cool.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good birthday.
Well, we were singing happy birthday, and I thought I was going to get lit on fire.
Ah. Oh, I got to post that video.
Yes.
I will post that the second we are done recording this.
Cal usually likes to blow out the candles.
Yeesh.
Usually. And he pushed the peanut butter pie, and it almost fell out and landed on me.
It was lit, too. How many candles were in it?
A lot. Yeah. Austin used the whole box.
I was going to say, it looked like she tried to put 45 candles in there. and
it wasn't 45, but she's like, can I just use the whole box, please?
It
and I was
been
like,
like
sure.
15 candles.
It was a lot.
Yeah, so he usually wants to like pull the cake close to him and blow out the candles. Like he's loved this every time that there's a birthday.
Right.
It got closer and closer to him, and he was just really staring at it. And right when it got arm's reach away, he shoved that cake, pie, whatever, lit. And I mean, it was like, it was ugly.
Ugly.
I do have the video. So yeah, I'm taking the video because I'm like, we try to document birthdays and stuff because, you know, we want him to, he used to be scared of the song, the happy birthday song.
Yes.
So we thought, and it actually worked. Lolo, his therapist, was like take some video, like sing softly, get him used to the song. And it worked. He's not scared of the song anymore.
Right.
But for some reason, the candles freaked him out.
Well, he woke up this morning and he said, happy birthday.
Yeah.
And I was like, the birthday's over. It's okay.
Yeah, he does. He'll do that. He'll sort of hang on to things. Like after a couple days after Mother's Day, he was still saying Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
He will sometimes wake up in the morning and tell you Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But he's able to go back in time.
Yeah. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, and he's able to go back in time and kind of do those things. So, like I said, it's kind of a skill I wish I had. I'd like to take myself to other days sometimes.
I know.
That was pretty cool. But yeah, that was kind of an interesting day.
Yeah, it was a good day.
Yeah, it was a good day.
So I was at the drop off this morning, and I'm getting out of my car, and there's this mom next to me, and she has autism all over her car. Mm-hmm. And every time I see her, she's very frantic. I've even seen her at the park before, and she thought she lost him.
Oh, I know you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, and the kid's 8. I just asked today, how old is he? He's 8. So she's getting out of her car, and I'm trying to squeeze to get Cal out of the car. And the little boy goes, hug the 8-year-old to me.
Yeah.
So I hugged him.
Oh, that was nice.
And then he said fist bump, and I fist bumped him. And the mom looked at me like, thank you, like with her eyes, you know?
Yeah.
And then I got Cal out of the car, and I came up, and I was like, how old is he, blah, blah, blah. And then he said hug again.
Oh.
So I gave him another hug. And then she's like, I'm sorry, he's autistic. And I was like, I know, so is he. And she's like, he's very social. He doesn't have boundaries.
That's funny she said that. It's like, oh, really? I mean, what?
I know.
What do you think we're doing here?
I know. Well, not everybody at that drop-off is.
Well, I know, but everybody's, at some level, has special needs.
Yeah.
I mean, right?
No, I mean, there's regular, like, preschool drop-off there, too. But obviously, he's not in preschool. So the bigger kids that are there are autistic.
Right.
Or special needs.
Yeah.
But... So she was like, he is very social and whatever. And I'm like, I know. And she's like, I just worry about stranger danger and all that. But I'm like, I had to hug him back because I understand. And I thought, like, what if this was Cal? I mean, it's kind of strange to be hugging someone else's kid. But in that situation, I could tell the mom was really thankful that I did.
Well, you know, it's interesting you bring that up. Yesterday, you brought home Cal from his therapies. And our neighbor Don had walked over to wish me a happy birthday. Really nice of him.
Yeah.
And Cal jumped out of the car and ran up to him and shook his hand and gave him a fist bump.
Yeah.
And I was even telling Don, I said, you know, and you know, he was nice enough to shake his hand and give him a fist bump and talk to him and everything like that. But you don't know how people who aren't around him all the time are going to react.
I know.
But it was really nice of him to do it. But I even told him, I said, you know, I'm really happy that was his reaction to you. He doesn't really know you. He doesn't see you a lot. But the fact that he ran up and was social and wanted to interact socially and positively was really cool.
I know. So the mom's like, he's very social, blah, blah, and I was like, he is too. And I was like, he even runs up to people at the park and says, Grandma, Grandpa, and so it's nice of Dawn to react like that to him.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if a kid runs up to you and you don't know them, I don't know. It's just with special needs and autism, it was just...
I know. But to her point, like, you worry about the stranger danger because, yes, you're either overly social or overly antisocial.
Yeah.
So you can run up to people and get in their cars or you follow them home or, it's like... So you have to... Or the other side of it is, it's like you would rather just be in a closet by yourself. I mean, I'm talking about literally sitting in a physical closet by yourself.
I know.
And having no interaction, not talking, not responding, no alertness. And so...
No, that is something that we're going to have to, like, this kid's 8. I mean, we're going to have to worry about that even more.
Yeah, he'll never be away from us. Or if he is, he's in a therapy center with walls, doors, locks. I mean, it's...
But I get why she's frantic,
Oh, I absolutely understand it. Yeah, and it's, I mean, it's horrible to be stressed out like that all the time, but oh my God, what's the alternative? You have to understand it, my chest aches when I see these Amber Alerts anyway, but then I see, child may have autism, and I'm going, oh my God. I'm like, well,
I mean,
it's when these children decide they want to do something or don't want to do something, it is very hard to persuade them the other way. You know what I mean?
I know.
So it's tough.
No, I mean, he runs up to strangers. He says, Grandma, Grandpa. If somebody wanted to take him, you know what I mean? Yes, I'm always right there, so it's not going to happen. But.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, this isn't a bad thing. I just can't imagine a scenario where we're not, like, other than, like, us going out, for a date night to hit a happy hour, get an appetizer or something, 5 to 10 minutes from our house when we have a babysitter we trust and or Tyler's here.
Yeah.
Doors are locked. Gates are closed. They know the system.
And I check everything a million times to make sure it's locked.
I mean, we've got the double locks on the top and the bottom and these new bolt locks that look like a dungeon, whatever. It makes us feel good about everything. But I can't imagine a scenario where it's like, hey, Cal, I don't know. We just have to make up something insane. It's like, hey, Cal, here's you're going on a play date with a friend.
Yeah, right.
And they're taking you to John's Pass to walk around.
Oh, my God.
Get out of here. That's like never happening.
It's never happening.
We would just be sitting here shaking in fear the whole time. I mean, this is no good.
Well, so when I take him to the park, I'm literally following him around.
Dear God.
Following him around, which if parents are just watching, they're probably like, this woman is crazy. Like, she's all over her child.
Yeah.
I'm just following him around. But we've been at, like, our neighbor's house before when they have parties. And there's people there that think because Cal's almost 5, he can just go in with the kids and play. The kids will keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I know. I used to be a little hesitant about the whole, like, shirts that said things about autism or a bracelet or something or a hat. Now I'm just kind of all for it.
Yeah.
Especially if like park scenarios and stuff like that. Remember you ran into a guy the other day and he was like, he was kind of ignoring Cal and ignoring you and you were explaining.
Yeah.
I mean, I try to give humans, like, more than the benefit of the doubt, and just he was just probably nervous.
Yeah.
You kind of put a lot on him there, right? Like Cal's calling him a grandpa. He's clearly not. Then you're throwing the autism word on him. He may have just seized up like, this is a very weird interaction that I wasn't expecting.
He did seize up.
Yeah. And I mean, I even said, like, that probably was me like 5 years ago. I'd probably be the guy that's like, I'm just going to pretend none of this is happening right now. And which he had no idea that was going to actually upset you later on in the night.
I know.
And yeah, but I'm just saying, like, so I think I'm kind of starting to get in favor of the dog on our bed. God, I'm kind of in favor of a shirt that says I'm autistic. I don't know how we would word it and everything, but I don't know. I think maybe it just kind of cools the temperature a little bit in those situations, maybe. And again, I don't expect anybody to act a certain way or whatever, to have knowledge of autism. I don't even have any expectation that you'll be sympathetic or empathetic about us or him. I don't expect that of you. That is not your job in life to get up and do that. If you are sympathetic or empathetic, I really appreciate it. But I don't expect it. I don't think any less of you. This is not your job to deal with or to understand, you've got your own kids, you've got a career, you've got to have fun in your life, you've got things you've got to do, and I respect it 100%. Like, but when somebody gives you that time, that piece of patience, that sympathy or empathy, it's sort of like, I just really appreciate it. I know you don't have to, and thanks, So I don't know. It's just, you can't expect too much of other people. I think that is when people certainly do get let down in life, is when you have all these expectations of all these other people. Like, you can't be happy unless other people act like this. Well, that's just dumb. Like, you're setting yourself up for failure. But I wonder, like, if like putting something on a shirt or a hat or whatever, it just allows people to just go, okay, now I sort of get it a little bit,
Well, I couldn't have imagined not hugging that boy today.
Right.
When he asked for it.
Right.
Not doing the fist bump.
I'd have done the same thing.
Yeah.
I would have been a little worried, though. A little worried when you're going in for the hug and he takes a big bite out of your neck. That's something I'd be thinking about.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Like,
I wasn't.
Getting a call from
that
you
would be terrible.
saying that you're in the ambulance because you've been mauled by a child who wanted to give you a hug.
Stop it.
Like, it would have been slow motion for me. I'd have been like, don't bite me. Please don't bite me. My kid would probably bite you in this situation. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He was biting everyone yesterday.
He got out of bed today, and I went to change his diaper.
Hold on. Are you going to think about it now the next time the special needs kid says, give me a hug? Well, you know what you can do? You got to, as you're going in for the hug, what you do is you got to take your chin and try to press it to your shoulder a little bit. So it's sort of like that protected hug.
Oh, my gosh.
You might get your shoulder or the bottom of your chin, but you don't want them to get into the neck
Oh,
there.
my God.
The soft area
Stop
of the neck,
it.
those arteries there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, you better watch out for Cal.
Yeah, well.
Anyways.
Don't bite me. But I'll tell that kid, don't you bite.
Cal has bit everyone in the house, I think, except me. And I really don't want him to bite me because it looks like it hurts.
Punched you in the face.
Oh, he rips my face apart. He scratches me.
Well, yeah, so he'll grab the skin on your neck.
Or he'll grab my hair.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's awful. I'm like, please do not rip my hair out from my scalp. I'm serious. God. Sometimes he has a hold of it, and I'm like, no, not my hair.
God, this podcast is just nothing but tiki bars and violence. This is just.
I got him out of bed this morning, and I went to change his diaper, and it's dry. Like, he can hold his pee longer than I can.
Yeah, all night. I mean, he won't pee.
Night.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, Cal, let's go on the potty like a big boy. Like, you're dry, your diaper's dry. Let's go on the potty. He will not go. He's rolling around. You know what he does. And then I'm like, okay, please don't pee on the couch. And then he refuses to get dressed. And I'm like, why do I do this to myself? Like, but he can hold it. He can pee in the potty. But I just set myself up for giant meltdowns. But I have to get him potty trained. It drives me crazy.
There is no timetable.
It drives me crazy.
You just have to be patient.
He's in a size 6 diaper. Like,
I know all of this.
It's uncomfortable.
Just not going to happen on our timetable. Our opinion is not going to become his reality. I don't know when he's going to do it, and he's so capable. Well, Well,
but anyways,
like I said,
literally, he can hold his pee longer than I can.
Our opinions, his reality, not matching up. 0%. So, that's just where we are.
Okay.
Hey, we've got a tremendous a lot. What is that? We've got a tremendous amount of things to be grateful for.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, he's very social, and even if he wants to light the house on fire on my birthday, it's still, he's social. He's showing his emotions. He could be just staring at the birthday cake, staring through it, not having any emotional reaction to it or a general awareness that it's even there, and he does. Although it's a little aggressive, we can kind of. So the emotion's flowing. Now, it's sort of going down the wrong pipe, but it's flowing. So we can sort of get to a place where we redirect the pipeline of emotions and get it to be, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The thing is, so we have to be grateful for that. Now, there are some kids that the pipes are empty. There's nothing flowing. No emotions.
I know.
And that, some of the therapists have told me, I've also, I've researched online. What does that mean? I've watched YouTube videos of people who are doctors and researchers, and many of them will say that it in some cases is just scientifically, psychologically, physiologically impossible to start that pipeline of emotions, unfortunately, for many.
I know, we're very lucky that he is social.
So I got to keep telling myself that, even if I don't fully believe it all the time. I still say the words.
I know.
So, anyway, thanks for a great birthday. Oh, your crab cakes should not go unmentioned in this podcast. The recipe that you have, it's my family's recipe. Let me just tell you, my family, they didn't even give me the recipe. You think that's funny? It pisses me off.
I do think it's funny.
If there's ever a divorce proceeding, we will be arguing for the recipe.
It's funny.
Of the crab cakes. They are really good.
So good. I managed to squeeze in making crab cakes in the middle of our day.
Yeah. Yeah, Melissa still had polyurethane on her hands from polyurethaning the bar and made crab cakes. It was really good. So they had a little extra kick yesterday.
Which that is like a clear coat for the bar.
Yeah. I highly recommend it if you want to do an outdoor cedar bar. Polyurethane that sucker, man. Sand it down real quick with a sander. Polyurethane, probably 3 to 4 coats. But, man, it looks great.
Yeah, so sand it in between.
We're going to have some people over here soon for some cocktails at the bar.
It was pretty funny when you told me you went to shake Don's hand, and then your hand stuck to his.
I forgot I had the polyurethane because you sort of get used to it. So I shook his hand, and as our hands are separating, our skin is like,
stuck together.
And I was like, oh, sorry, I've got polyurethane on my hands. He's probably like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, but
clear coat for the wood. But it's very sticky. It's oil-based. It's very sticky. We should have worn gloves.
Yeah, just wear gloves. But it goes away if you use rubbing alcohol or just hand sanitizer. It'll come off in like an hour, so it's fine. I feel like today is still a day to celebrate, and I don't know why.
Because that's what happens when it's your birthday. Oh. I told you should have had a birthday week.
No, I'm not doing that. That's
okay.
I know people that do that. Let me just tell you something. That is crazy. It's my birthday week.
Well, I love to eat bad food on my birthday. So I wanted you to eat bad food.
Yeah.
So your thing was onion rings. Ugh. Like we talked about onion rings. Because Krabby Bill's has the best onion rings.
Krabby Bill's onion rings are so good. I actually know they're putting illegal drugs in there for us to get addicted to them. Even the smell, it's like so good. But here's what I like about them. I think they're the same quality of onion rings. I mean, we've been going there for like 6 years. Mm-hmm. But a lot of these restaurants are just getting the worst food now because of this inflation. I mean, it's just killing these restaurants.
Yeah.
I know they have to do it.
Calamari. Do not order calamari out right
Never
now.
order calamari out right now. There's no more of the squid tentacles. It's all these. They almost look like onion rings, and there's just it's all breading. It's just disgusting. We made this huge mistake last night. We went up to Clearwater. I mean, the place we went to was great. The calamari was just disgusting. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, we couldn't. There's 2 of us. It's an appetizer order. We couldn't even finish them. They were so bad.
Well, I asked, are they the calamari that everyone's using right now that are like onion rings and big, or is there tentacles? She's like, no, there's tentacles, and these ones are smaller. It's not the same calamari. Ugh. Those tentacles were disgusting.
I drank my beer.
They were like fingers. they were like huge tentacles.
Is so gross.
Ew.
Yeah.
They weren't the tiny ones.
No, I drank my first beer so fast just to wash down the calamari.
Ew.
I was like, never doing that again. But yeah. So we want
the onion rings at Krabby Bill's. They hand bread them. They're like the breading is like flaky and it's delicious.
It's feathery breaded. It's just big. Every onion ring looks different. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not out of a pre-manufactured, pre-processed bag.
Not frozen.
Watch. Actually, it is, and they're laughing at us right now. Like, haha, it is out of a frozen bag. Hey, I don't even care if it is. Wherever you're getting it from, it's awesome. It tastes great. The presentation's great, and whatever. It's just the perfect onion ring that I found. I'm halfway to 90, folks. I've found some onion rings in my life. Okay. Anyway, they're really good. But so then last night we ordered from this pizza place when we get home because I like wings. And
I ordered onion rings.
Like, you need to eat something bad on here. We never eat bad food. Ugh. I have one onion, not even, I had half. And I'm like, thanks for the fried bread. There were no onions in here.
Well, I told you a couple of days before we were at Krabby Bill's, and I'm like, just get the onion rings. And it wasn't your birthday yet, so you wouldn't do it.
I'll do it today.
Okay.
But here's the thing. I can't eat a whole order. You just have no understanding of that. Like,
Who cares? We can take it home.
You can't put onion rings in a box and take them home.
I will. You'll eat it today.
I'll eat one. The onion rings are huge. Yeah, I'll eat one.
One. Okay.
Yeah, see, she's never happy
Tyler.
with one. Let me tell you what Melissa wants to hear. Melissa wants me to go and eat like burgers and sandwiches and
every
pizza.
Once in a
she
while.
She wants me to just explode and come home and feel awful. Like why? It doesn't sound good.
I don't want you to feel awful.
We are very different people when it comes.
He doesn't eat bad ever.
we are very different people when it comes to food. I really don't enjoy eating. There's really nothing. I eat for fuel. I just need to eat enough to feel like I can function, and I move on.
I know you don't care about food.
You love, like many people, the process of eating, the different tastes, the spices, and that's great.
Well, I also like to cook, so I like food. But
but
I will say that you keep me
You cannot
eating
find
healthy.
satisfaction, please, in me eating awful. It has to end at some point.
I just want you to have a couple onion rings on your birthday, okay?
I know,
so
but
eat it today.
I don't want to. Like, I don't. Why?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Fine.
It's like, we'll get pizza. And she's like, eat a piece of pizza. No. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Because a lot of people listening, I'm sure, think it's very strange that you have not had a piece of pizza in like 2 years.
Okay. What are they going to do about it?
Nothing. So I just try to get you to eat a piece of pizza.
Jeez. Like, if somebody judges somebody because they haven't had a piece of pizza in 2 years, my God, there are other things you can go do on the internet than worrying about me eating.
It's very good that you eat so healthy. I mean, I wish I could do it. I eat healthy. I just also like bad food every once in a while.
But here's what I'll say. I enjoy cocktails a little bit more than you do. Not much more than you do, but a little bit more than you do. And so that's probably a little bit more, my thing.
All right.
I mean, I think we just have our things. I've enjoyed a cold glass of bourbon like last night.
Yep.
You know what I really want you to do?
What?
Is to enjoy a cold glass of bourbon with me. Oh, wait, what was that noise again? Yeah, that sounds like my reaction to eating pizza.
I can't even smell it.
Well, that's how I feel about pizza.
No, it's not. You'll literally smell the pizza and you won't take a bite.
Pizza has no function in your body.
I know. It's not good for you.
It's not good. It does nothing. It's negative energy.
Oh, my God.
Raw oysters, positive energy. Crab cakes, positive energy.
Yep.
Vodka, positive energy.
All right, we better go.
Okay.
You did take a bite of the peanut butter pie, which Tyler's like, we have to film this.
Yeah, listen, my kids gave me an award a few weeks ago. It says, congratulations, on this day, they dated it, made me sign it, and said, Dad ate a Cheeto. Because
Cheez-It.
Oh, sorry, a Cheez-It.
Because you don't eat bad. So they were shocked.
I was sitting there one night, and for half an hour, my kids were begging me to eat a Cheez-It. I'm like, I can't take this anymore. This is not how I want to spend my last days on Earth, if these are my last days on Earth. So I just ate the freaking Cheez-It, and they went and gave me an award.
Yep, they did. They put it in a frame and everything.
Well, we'll put that on Facebook. We'll put a picture of it.
But it's serious. Like our friend Tim, we talked about this before. He's like, I've never seen you eat. He said it to you.
Yeah, I know.
And then our other neighbor's like, he never eats. I'm like, well, he eats.
No,
he just doesn't care about food.
But Tim said that to me, and if I was at like my house or like we were out, I'd be like, who cares? But I was at his house. They were having this beautiful party. They had all this food. So then I was like, damn it, now I got to eat. So I felt uncomfortable. So I went and ate a lot.
Yeah, he purposely said something to you ahead of time.
I did. I will say, though, I still say it was the best sauerkraut I've ever had.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't even make
What was in it? The sausages?
Yep.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yep.
So that was actually good that he said it, but he did. He's like, hey, you never eat. I'm like, oh, God, now I got to eat. So I went and got in line to eat. I was uncomfortable. But, yeah, I don't know. But but see, this is what I told the kids. You framed an award for me for eating a Cheez-It. Why don't you frame an award for me when I drink a healthy green juice every day that I do? This is what's wrong with America.
Well,
you get an award for eating a Cheez-It. You get nothing. You get neglected, ignored, and overlooked for eating a green juice.
Well, I do the juice too.
I have seen the future, and it is not bright, everybody. I'm sorry.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Aspire Nutrition. Go to dailyautism.com and see, this is important too, probiotics. You got to get that in your diet. A lot of people don't get enough, especially special needs. There's a really unbelievable link with gut health, brain health, and kids and people on the spectrum. DailyAutism.com has the Aspire Nutrition probiotics and nutrients, the omegas, the multis, the detox, which brings me back from my happy hour celebrations. You can see the products that we use, and of course, send us a message with any questions at DailyAutism.com. Are we doing a happy hour today? Probably not.
I'm painting the structure that the bar is on.
Oh, yeah, we got a bar. We can do a happy hour. Okay, I forgot we own a bar now.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. All right, let's go.